Good morning, good morning, good morning. I just want to start off by saying Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. But more importantly, I just want to leave you with a little something to think about. As men, we carry a huge pack. We carry a weight that most do not understand. And as a father, you have a greater responsibility, not only to your children and your family, but to every person that you come in contact with. Whether it's young men, older men, women, or strangers. You have a general responsibility to carry yourself in a manner that is going to impact others. Now, you can go through your life just one step at a time. I'm just going to show up, do my job, or you can take responsibility. You can take ownership and become the man and father that God has intended you to be. Now, what do I mean by that? It's basically a higher purpose. Every child that you have, every young man that you come in contact with, maybe going through trials, tribulations, struggles, and they're looking to social media, they're looking to society, and at the end of the day, the society and the social media and the stuff that's out there right now is negatively impacting our youth. And now I'm 38, I'm not the oldest, but I tell everybody it's not the years, it's the mileage. But when I say youth, I'm talking like 25 and younger. Now, these young boys that I've gotten in my work field have either come from broken homes, lost their fathers at an early age, or just been misguided, misled their entire life. So you as a father have a responsibility, not only as just a father, but a leader, to lead them in the right direction. Now you can just go through life and, hey, that's not my problem. But at the end of the day, it will become your problem, whether directly at work, in the home, or in the future. So, with that being said, I need you guys to hear me. I need you guys to understand what I'm saying. With that being said, we need to take ownership of who we are as men and fathers and make sure that we're leaving an impact on every young man, every child that we come in contact with, because they are our future. And right now the future is not looking too bright because we have suicide at a higher rate, we have misgendering, and it's a whole bunch of crap that is causing our youth problems. So be a mentor, be a father figure, but be positive. Not only do you need to be direct, be hard, but you also need to show love and compassion. You also need to lead. You need to speak life into these young men and women. Speak life into your children. Because one day, just like many of us and others, our fathers aren't going to be here, our grandfathers aren't going to be here. We're not going to have those men to lean on when times get hard. You have to step up and be the man that God called you to be. Because you're going to be responsible for your household. You are going to be responsible for everything in your life and everything that it touches. That's the young men, that's the young women, that's the children that you are raising. And it's all going to be a direct reflection of you. When I take my children out, oh, your children are so well behaved. That's because I will cut that behind if they're not listening. But I also don't have to spank my children. I can just show disappointment. I can be very direct with them. I can take their phones away. I can stand them in the corner. Or I can just add a little bit more chores. I do the same thing at work with my younger men. I used to fly off the handle. I used to lose my mind when something wasn't done correctly. But my wife has showed me empathy. God has been working in my life. I have learned to show compassion. In that old saying that everybody used to carry the band around, WWJD, what would Jesus do? I've put that in my life. Right here. You can't read it because it's backwards, but God will make a way. We are all going to come across struggles, but it's how you perceive that struggle. Is it a woe is me? Why is God doing this? Or is God doing this to prepare me for something greater? Because he's not going to give it to you if you're not ready for it. When you tell your children, don't play with fire. My son threw gas on a fire one time, but he's seen it from me. Whose fault is that? That's mine. Luckily, he didn't get hurt, but the gas can caught on fire. You tell your child, do not touch the stove because it is hot. Do not hang out with these type of people. Do not do drugs. But we all know when our parents tell us not to do something, we're going to do it anyways. But this is where the beauty of it is. The lesson is in the burn. Don't touch that, it's hot. Boom, they get burned. Now it resonates with them. Now they understand this is what they meant by do not play with fire. Do not touch that, it's hot. The lesson is in the burn. Same way in life as a man. The example that you set for your children, the lesson is in the burn. If you're setting the wrong example and your kids act out or they do things that you don't approve of, but they've seen you do it directly, you just got burned. Now you need to attack this problem, attack life with a different aspect. Because everything you do, they're watching. Little eyes are watching you. So what kind of example are you setting? I challenge you today as men. You don't have to all become a man of God, but I promise you it will make a difference in your life. It has in mine. A lot of y'all know me, a lot of y'all don't, but the ones that do know me know the path that I used to walk. It was not easy. I did not get here by giving up and throwing in the towel. There's been many times that I have thought about it and almost done it, but there was this voice that said, don't do it. It was our Father in heaven that kept pushing me. Just as I was ready to throw in the towel, and I decided I'm going to keep moving forward. A little blessing was dropped into my lap, into my life. And I was able to see that because my eyes are now seeing things that can't be seen by the normal eye. I'm starting to realize that there's more going on in this world than just what is seen with the naked eye. You have to dig deep. Your mind can be a maze. You can get lost in it. And God help you if you do get lost in that. Because that's where suicide ends up. That's where depression ends up. Anxiety. All these things that we have going on in our society today is because we've taken God out of it. So God bless you. Happy Father's Day. And think about what I said. Every person you come in contact with, you are impacting in a negative manner or a positive manner. Be the example. And God bless.